Hello, my name is Echo. So my DNA is a little bit of a mystery to me because I am a sad little orphan girl. My dad left my family when I was 2 years old, and then my mom died when I was 14, and the rest of my extended family has just kind of scattered throughout the universe. So I really don't know that much about, like, my genetic history. So I did that stupid YouTuber thing that YouTubers do where I just ask science to tell me who I am. I believe in the power of science. On my dad's side of the family, I believe that he's like pretty white, but my mom's side of the family is pretty much completely Hispanic. I grew up in a Spanish-speaking household. I grew up eating very traditionally Hispanic foods. Apparently when I was really little, I used to speak Spanglish. Unfortunately, I've dealt with some internalized junk and all that stuff has been removed from my brain. Total honesty, I don't know what the heck I am. I've been told from different members of my family that I am Spanish on my mom's side, like from Spain Spanish, but also that we are native Mexican, so like Mexican Indian. So I really don't know. I sincerely do not know what the heck I am. And today, we're gonna find out, solving the mystery of the sad little orphan girl. At this point, both of my parents are dead, but you know, science is helpful. So it's pretty much what's going on today. We're just gonna do that stereotypical YouTuber thing and find out what exactly I am on the inside. Science is great. Let's go science some stuff. I'm really actually kind of nervous about this. All I have to do is click a button and I can find out everything that I've never known about myself. Do you realize how scary that is? Here we go. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Ancestry, 5 reports. Traits, 19 reports. Wellness, 8 reports. DNA relatives, click to participate. I'm afraid to look at my ancestry if I'm honest. So instead, let's have a look at traits. We'll ease ourselves into this. Ooh, this is weird. Okay, so the traits report. These reports are a fun way to learn about how your DNA influences your physical appearance, preferences, and physical responses. The predictions are based on current knowledge of how genetic factors influence our traits. Cheek dimples, likely no dimples. I have none. Cleft in chin, likely no cleft. I do not have one. Earlobe type, detached. That one's right. Eye color, likely darker eyes. That one's also right. Freckles, likely little freckles. I do have a little freckling. Finger length ratio, likely ring finger longer. Then what? I do have a pretty long ring finger, actually. Hair curliness, wavy, is correct. Skin pigmentation, light skin. Yep. It says likely can't taste bitterness. I definitely can. I want to get some of those bitter taste test strips because I'm pretty certain that I actually do have, like, the taste of bitterness. Echo, you are likely to not taste certain bitter compounds. 65% of customers who are genetically similar to you do not taste certain compounds as bitter. I can taste the bitterness in cilantro that a lot of people can't taste, and because of that, I really hate it. Vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts contain certain bitter compounds that only some people can detect. I actually love broccoli and Brussels sprouts, so maybe I can't taste it. That is really cool. Let's have a look at the sweet test one, because I really love sweet foods. I love sugar so much. You are likely to prefer salty or savory snacks. This one's almost a 50-50 shot though. I will pour sugar into my coffee and tea, and sometimes I'll just yell America while I'm doing it so that people don't judge me, or they'll judge me for my country. Likelihood that I have red hair, a 1% chance. I defy all odds. Naturally though, I do not grow red hair, so the genetics is right. I was not born with this. It is not Maybelline. Let's have a look at something that's like very clearly true. Let's do eye color. Ooh, that's kind of cool. There's a 3rd chance that I could have lighter eyes. I don't, but still, it's kind of cool. Cheek dimples. This one's almost half and half, which is kind of funny because I don't have cheek dimples, but I do have dimples right here. It's definitely stronger on one side, which is kind of annoying. Okay, let's have a look at ancestry. Ooh, I am a mix. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, this is so weird and really fascinating. Okay, so apparently I'm mostly European, which makes sense because Spain is also like in Europe, so even if I am like half Spanish, that's still European. And I already know that my dad's side is mostly European because they are very white. I love the way that this is laid out. That's so cool. Okay, let's break this down a little bit. Let's go ahead and start by looking at the European sections. So it looks like most of my European ancestry is from Northwest Europe, British Irish, French and German, Scandinavian, and broadly Northwestern European. That's fascinating. Tiny bit of Jewish, broadly European. Let's have a look at the East Asian and Native American. Sure enough, 16% Native American. America. It's kind of cool to see like an estimated actual percentage. Middle Eastern and North African, like 8%. That's kind of cool. What is Oceania? Including indigenous people of Papua New Guinea and Malaysia, was inhabited tens of thousands of years ago by early seafaring people. This is cool. You most likely had a great-grandparent or second great-grandparent who was 100% British and Irish. This person was likely born between 1870 and 1930. You most likely had a second great-grandparent, third great-grandparent, or fourth great-grandparent, or fifth great-grandparent who was 100% French and German. I've been told that Gillette is a French last name, so that would make sense. Fancy. Scandinavian, Iberian. You most likely had a third, fourth, fifth, or sixth great-grandparent who was 100% Native American, and likely born between 1950 and 1840. That is pretty cool. There it is, Southern European. Yeah. Okay, see in Europe how it's like Southern European is 24%? That's the Spanish from my mom's side. That's actually weirdly reassuring. Oh, that means that I am exactly what I thought I was, which is really cool. Generally, I always tell people that on my mom's side, I'm half Spanish, half Mexican, just as kind of like a general encompassing abbreviation of what I am. And it seems like based on this, that actually makes sense, because a quarter of my European is around Spain. Iberian. Yeah, that's Spain. Oh, that's so cool. I feel like I understand myself so much better. This makes so much sense. Let's have a look at my maternal haplogroup. You descend from a long line of women that can be traced back to Eastern Africa over 150,000 years ago. These are the women of your maternal line, and your maternal haplogroup sheds light on their story. Your maternal haplogroup is A2H. A2H is relatively uncommon among 23andMe customers, 1 in 1100. I have an uncommon maternal haplogroup. I am unique. Share reports with your father or brother to trace your paternal line. Well, I can't do that anymore. Neanderthal ancestry. I have 266 Neanderthal variants. Your DNA family. Learn about your DNA relatives, the diverse group of 23andMe customers who have DNA in common with you. Only individuals who have chosen to participate in the DNA relatives are the subject of this report. Echo, you have 1,046 DNA relatives in your 23andMe DNA family. This is really cool. Locations of your DNA relatives. Not surprisingly, mostly Southwest. Maybe I'll reach out to them. We'll see. The wellness reports. The wellness reports directly relate to my physical body and not my sense of self, which is a bit more scary. Let's dive in. These reports help you understand how your DNA influences your body's response to environmental factors like diet and lifestyle. Let's look at my genetic weight, because I'm fascinated by that. Echo, your genes predispose you to a weight that is about average. Which makes sense. I'm not, like, incredibly, like, plus size, but I'm also not really skinny. I've also put on quite a bit of weight because of my medication, but I'm working on it. Lol, for a 26-year-old woman who is 5'6", I should be 147 pounds. I'm a bit more than that. At least that's what's average. Genetics. It's good. See, this is a thing, though. Your weight is, like, partially influenced by your genetics. This is why fat shaming is stupid. Healthy habits for your genetics. Avoid fast food. Lol. I know I probably should, but I'm an 8-minute walk away from a Taco Bell, so that's not gonna happen. Limiting red meat. That one I can actually do. I was a vegetarian for like 5 years, so I really don't eat red meat much to begin with. Sleeping a healthy amount. I don't do that. Eating vegetables. I feel like a lot of these are very straightforward, common sense things. Some I'm good at, some I'm not so good at. Let's have a look at my muscle composition. Your genetic muscle composition is common in elite power athletes. Studies have found that almost all elite power athletes, including sprinters, throwers, and jumpers, have a specific genetic variant in the gene related to muscle composition. You have the same genetic variant as these elite power athletes. That's cool. Sleep movement, likely average or less movement. That one's true. I don't really move much in my sleep. I am not likely to be an especially deep sleeper. That's kind of interesting because I feel like I'm very good at sleeping. Generally, I can just kind of lay down and immediately fall asleep, which I've realized is a skill that not a lot of people have. This one is very much me, the caffeine consumption. Based on your genetics, you are likely to drink slightly more caffeine than average. Why, yes. Yes, I do. I don't know. All in all, it's pretty cool. I feel like it's just kind of confirmed a lot of information that I already sort of knew about myself, which is really great. I guess a small part of me was kind of afraid that everything that I thought about myself would be wrong. 2018 is going to be my personal year of self-discovery. I'm gonna discover myself like the type 5 I am. Figure out my place in the world. I want you to know that you're a beautiful human and I love you, and I'm gonna give you 500 awesome points for making it through this weird video. I'm gonna go make some more coffee and hopefully I will see you guys later. Bye. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Whoa, whoa, oh my god. Look at that rainbow.